Are you tired of spending hours on end crafting individual pieces? Well, today I'm about to unveil a game-changing method that will have you generating bulk content in minutes without sacrificing quality. Don't you love the sound of that? Stick around because by the end of the video, you'll possess the ultimate time-saving arsenal for turbocharging your content creation process. Let's dive into this.
Oh, okay. Right.
And welcome to Content Creators Connect. Here we're all about encouraging the 3 C's: connecting with others via video, content development that builds your personal brand, and creators sharing their experiences despite their distance.
And the C3 team member leading this evening is Manny, known to everyone as Coach Manny. He is coaching us up in the world of social media marketing as well as pursuing his passion for true crime.
My friends, I have a question for you guys. Are you using any tools to create bulk content in a short period of time for your social media gathering, for your social media following, your YouTube shorts, your reels, your TikToks? Are you using any tools to create a lot of content in a short period of time? Kevin, how about you? Let's go to you first.
Absolutely. Because of the introduction of ChatGPT, that is such a godsend to be able to create rather than sitting and trying to come up with all of these creative ideas yourself. It's like let AI come up with the topics and then you can tweak it the way you actually need it to be. So combination of that and Canva, I actually use that for doing my social posts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram every single week. So absolutely love what it can do for you. So I'm anxious to hear what additional things that you are going to share with us, Manny. So, but how about you, Dory? Do you use it for any of your social posts?
Well, now I feel like a slacker. No, I actually don't do any sort of bulk content creation at all at this time. I haven't felt the need to incorporate it. Now, I do use Canva and I do use ChatGPT, but I don't do them together for the purpose of Manny's conversation tonight. So I personally am very excited to see the benefits after all of this. And speaking of benefits, if this is the type of content that you would like to see more of, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell. Ding, ding, ding. That way you get notified whenever we go live.
My friends, I am so excited to be here with what I'm gonna share with you. And by getting a little glimpse into hearing some feedback, I'm guessing that Kevin might be on the track to what I will be sharing this evening. But let me share with you where this came from. Number one, I am a big believer content. I'm also a really big believer in video content. So what I'm gonna share with you, I'm gonna dive into a couple different ways, but I'm going to share with you that I'm going to leave it up to you to find your creativeness on what you can use these tools for. There are 3 tools that we will be focused on for the most part. ChatGPT, as you know, we've talked about that a lot of times on this channel because we truly believe in what it's doing. And another tool you're going to be diving into is Canva. And another tool that we will be spending a few minutes on, less than a minute maybe, is what I use is Google Sheets. You could use you can use Excel, so you don't have to be tied to Google Sheets. I'm a big Google fan, so I use Google Word and Sheets and stuff like that. But Google Sheets is like Excel, where it is basically self formatting. And so we are doing that. My cat is now awake. Hi, a little one. Don't scratch me, please. We're live. And when we're doing this, so when you think about that, whether you're using Excel or Google Sheets, they both intertwine perfectly, right? And so that's the only three things that we're going to need. Before we dive into that, I'm gonna share my screen with you real quick, and I wanna dive into something to help you know a little more on something that Dory covered previously, and I'm going to quickly share. Dory, if you could show my Chat GPT screen there. So Chat GPT, as you know, we've talked about it a lot, but one thing that I want to make sure that you understand is a big part of this is using prompts. What are prompts? Well, basically, you are giving it a direction, kind of a command, telling it what to do. That's basically what a prompt is, to kind of sum it up. And so we're going to feed it a prompt. Okay. We're going to feed it different prompts. What I want you to understand here is with Canva, what I'm going to show you initially is the bulk create concept, or the bulk create app on Canva. Let me tell you the power of where we are going. And I'm going to just say straight up, GPT-4 I do not use yet. Yet. Right now, I think 3.5 offers a lot of great value. But the GPT-4, because as you notice, we talk about Canva a lot. We talk about Chat GPT a lot. But now when you pay $20 a month, you can actually use the the plugin for Canva on Chat GPT. It's something very new. Kevin, if you're not too familiar, it's probably something if you wanted to spend 20 bucks a month, but that's the only reason why I feel there's so much value in 3.5. But with the upgraded version of GPT-4, the biggest takeaway that I like about it, besides the fact that it gives you responses much faster, is being able to use the apps or the plugins. So Canva, literally, if you had the plugin for Canva, it will design it right here on the page, pulling it from Canva. So when you give it a prompt and you tell it to design a logo for you, it's going to use Canva because you have the plugin, and you just give it direction and tell it what you want this to look like by, just basically typing it in, and that will prompt it using the plugin. What we're going to use is we're still sticking to the GPT 3.5 free. But with what I'm going to share with you with the bulk create content part of Canva, that is part of the pro feature in order to use the bulk create. But stick around to the end, because I'm also going to show you how you can do it for free as well, maybe not quite as fast as having the bulk create, but it's still going to take you minutes to create a lot of content, whether it's social media posts. So we're going to be diving into this a little bit. Number one, we are limited on time, so I'm not going to take up a whole bunch of your time. So I'm going to basically give you step by step in a short period of time. The creativeness comes from you as you dive deeper into learning how to use the prompts, telling it what to do. That's the biggest learning curve that I have found. And I think a lot of people have found is what to ask it to do. So let's go ahead and dive into it. I'm going to give an example. Okay. So first thing is I already, so that you don't, I already have this ready to copy and paste it, and I'm gonna just go over it with you. As you guys know, I do true crime. Okay. So in this particular case, I'm not gonna, when it comes to crime stuff, Chat GPT is actually really good about not diving deep into crime stuff. They're very particular about, from what I would say, basically they keep it all PG and make it pretty simple, I think. So I already had this ready for you because obviously to type that all in, that's going to take more time and we're limited on time. And I want to pack a lot in this little bit, but I am going to read it out. I'm telling ChatGPT to write me a list of 25 sets of facts in the same style as the below examples. The below examples is what I'm telling it to do, right? And this is key. Format them in a table where one column is the topic, one column is the part one, and one column is the part two. So, how many columns? Sounds like school, right? How many columns did I ask it to do? Three, right? So, I'm also telling it, do not repeat any facts. I'm talking to it, right? Like it's my AI machine, it's my personal AI machine. These should be safety tips, true crime safety facts, and more safety ways to be prepared. And I'm telling it, they'll be formatted as a topic or type of fact, part one and then part two. Notice how I'm instructing it on what to do. This is key. Now, with that, let's see where I was. These should be safety tips, true crime safety facts, and more safety ways to be prepared. And they'll be formatted as a topic or type of fact, part one and then part two. Keep the facts engaging. As you know, if it's one thing I'm a really big fan of, I've talked about it multiple times. If you're in networking meetings with me, you've heard me talk about it, engaging your audience. Keep the facts engaging, polarizing, over the top, and relatable to everyone or people in particular situations. And I'm telling it the reading grade should be under grade 7, ideally. Okay, that is a prompt. I just told it what to do. Okay, now it's going to look at the table format that it is giving me. It's setting it up for me in in a way. Hold on a second. My cat wants out. Get out. Thank you. Go, go, go. All right. Good job. Sorry about that. As you can see, it's given me all of these. Okay. I'm going to look it over. It's so key that you look at what it gives you because do not, because it's the internet, right? Not everything you learn is always right. Chat GPT is still learning as well. And so you want to go over it, make sure it resonates with you. Okay. Home safety is the top, or the topic is on the first one. Home safety. If a fire starts, stop, drop, and roll. Practice a fire escape plan with your family. Okay, I like that. Personal safety. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Part two of that, avoid poorly lit areas at night. So I'm liking this, right? If I wanted to, I can have it regenerate. I can say, well, add this or change this or do this. Again, another prompt, right? You can even see where it gives me ideas. And it's letting me know, I hope you find these facts engaging and helpful. I feel like it's my little AI Manny talking to me, right? So in this, I like this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy all of this. Okay. I'm going to copy this. All right. Let's scroll down real quick, get all of that. Okay. Copy. Now, if you're on a Mac, that's Command and C. If you're on a PC, I believe that's Alt C, I believe, or Control
Control.
C. Control C. See, when you mess with two of them, you start messing up. And then you take that's your copy, or right click, as you saw me do as well. And then you're going to go over to, as I said, I use Google Sheets. So let's change that if I can. Share this tab instead. And I'm going to open a new one. I'm just going to paste it right out of the gate, and it put it in 3 tabs for me. Okay, I'm going to make this visible. And I don't remember where that, why isn't that, is that clear?
Change
Okay,
the font
so
color.
That might work. Yeah, thank you, thank you. And my back thing. Let's change that to white. Okay, that'll work there. I was trying to do that clean thing. But okay, so now I have my three, right? I have my topic, I have all of that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to download. I'm gonna click on file. I'm gonna go to download. I'm gonna download this as a CSV file, comma separated value. What that means is it's gonna take each cell and it's gonna basically make it like if it was a comma, go to the next line. And so I'm going to download it. Now it is downloaded. I should let's see. Practice makes perfect. How about that? Okay, let's download that again with the name so I'm not looking all over for it. Let's see there. All right, so practice makes perfect. Now we're gonna go over to, guess what? Canva, right? We're always going to Canva. Okay, so I'm going to stop that share, and then I'm going to share again, and I'm going to share my Canva. Where did you go? Oh, window. There we go. All right. So now I'm on Canva. There we go. You see my Canva? Perfect.
Now we do.
Now I'm on Canva. Now, now you're with what I did, I'm gonna create YouTube shorts. You can decide how you want to do it. After I'm done with this little example, I'm gonna give you another example as well. And did my thing cut off there? I see that message. Shoot, I saw that message late, guys. I'm sorry. So with that, I'm here now. What are you going to use it for? In this case, I'm going to do YouTube short. Now, you can, when you're creating a YouTube short, you can use the TikTok format as well, because that would work into a YouTube short. So whichever one you're using, if you're using TikTok, go with TikTok, and you can also use that for your YouTube short. But we're going to look for YouTube shorts. Boom. So now we have different designs, okay? And I like to use it from this way. I like to just kind of open it up and go into there. Okay, so now I have a bunch of templates to choose from. Now, which template do I want to go with? Um, let's see. First, let's see if anything. Let's look through videos. I like to use videos a lot. Let's see, safety. Okay, I like this one. I'll just throw this in there because it has a dark background, and then I can put white content on there. I have a little flash in red. So, considering that we're doing safety tips, a little red on the background. So I got my red there. I'm gonna make this 5 seconds. Okay, enough time for people to read. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some text in there. Okay, I'm gonna put the text up here and make that big enough there. And let's see here. I'm gonna change the font there. Again, find a font you like, something that resonates with you. I'm gonna use marker looking one. All righty, okay. So I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna copy it again, bring it down here, and then I'm gonna do it again. Bring it down here. Okay. So I have 3 columns. Remember that, right? So with that being said, I'm going to create it in a certain way. Again, you got to be creative here with your own stuff. Okay. And what works for you, what your image, what matches your stuff. And with that, all right, let's see here. Okay. So now I can either go on the side here and look for bulk create. Now, again, you need Canva Pro for this particular feature, but stick around to the end. I'll show you how you can make that a little simple a little easier for yourself. Bulk create is probably the fastest way to do this, though, simply put. So bulk create, once you click on that, if you don't see it there, maybe you haven't used it, maybe it's not up there, you go to your apps, you'll also find it there. More from Canva. There goes bulk create. With bulk create, remember we downloaded that file as a CSV file, right? So now we're going to upload it as a CSV file. So now I gotta, what did we say? Practice makes perfect. So look for the P's, where are we at? There we go. Practice makes perfect, CSV. So now I have it there. I have my topic, I have my part one, I have my part two. So topic, part one, and part two, those are the main things to understand right now. So right now, my topic, that's obviously gonna be my top one. So that'll be my topic part. This here will be my part one. And now, if you want whatever you're doing on one page, one video right here, one right here, you can leave this here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this and I'm going to duplicate this page. Okay. And I'm going to add another, I don't even have to add this. I'm going to make this one part two. Remember, we have a topic, we have a part one, we have a part two. So this is part two. So I have part one topic, part two, but I'm not ready yet. I've not connected the data. I've not connected that file. So I'm going to go to topic here. I'm going to right click. It shows it on, there we go. And I'm going to connect data. Okay. When I click on this, it's going to ask me, what do I want to connect to the topic? I'm going to connect the topic. Great. I'm going to do that to the same thing here. I'm going to connect, but I'm going to do part one. Now I'm going to go over to the second page. I have to change the topic again, make that topic, connect data, topic, connect data. Now this one, I'm going to do part two, obviously, right? So then once I'm ready, again, you just want to be creative on your own and, find your juices. But once I'm ready, I'm going to now click the continue button. Okay. And it's going to generate 27 pages. Okay. Right with the click of a button, generate 27 pages. Great. Now I can easily scroll through here, home safety. I can just start home safety. You see how the little blinking light is going. If a fire starts, stop, drop, and roll. Now that's for that screen. If I have the whole, once I generate all of it, it's literally going to keep going. Home safety, practice a fire escape plan with your family. Now that could be one day of content, or it could be part one of two, and the next day is part two or something like that. And then personal safety, trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Avoid poorly lit areas. Now, if something's not lined up correctly, I can easily fix that and adjust and then move on to the next. Make sure everything's lined up. So I could put my deep true crime logo on there, add a little spice, make it look a little more, true crime-ish. I could throw some caution signs. I can be a little more creative. I'm trying to keep this super simple for you out of respect for everyone's time. So once you are ready, then you're going to boom, you're going to share it. You can share it on Instagram, you can share it to Facebook, you can download it, and you can download pages as separate files. Once you do that, now you got content to last you. How many did we do of these? 25? That could be 25 days of content that you created in less than 10 minutes. I don't know that it's been 10 minutes yet. I don't know. I haven't really kept track of that time. But and here's the thing, I'm giving tips, I'm giving safety tips, right? I'm giving something of value that a lot of people would actually want to click on. Here's the secret sauce, my friends. If you don't want to do videos because you don't want to show your face, I just gave you a way to create videos without showing your face, where you can offer different tips. Okay, so once you're ready, boom, you're going to download and you're ready. Okay. I just showed you how to create YouTube shorts 25 days worth in a matter of minutes. Now, let's go ahead and talk about maybe you want to create some other post, okay? Um, let's go back to ChatGPT. Let me stop this share. Where do I stop that share at? Let's see, stop share. I'm not too sure how to stop it from the app, Dory. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna go back to ChatGPT. Okay, I am going to give it another command, and this
You're
is
gonna have to
something
share
that
it again.
Okay, I'm just looking for the right
Yep.
tab. There we go. Safety. Okay, there we go. So I'm back on ChatGPT. Okay, and I'm gonna give it a prompt. All right. Let's do this one here. And this is one I got from when I was doing my digging deep, to see some different options. Um, let's do this one here for social media posts per se. So let's say I got this off of someone who, was giving an example. I thought it was a great example. I have a relationship blog helping people have healthy, loving relationships. I want to create, again, prompt. Let me make sure I spell that correctly. I'm sure to probably read it right anyway. I want to create 100 social media posts. 100 social media posts. Please help me generate a list of 50 green flags and in a relationship and 50 red flags in a relationship. Okay. I'm going to let ChatGPT do the heavy lifting for me, right? My gosh. I mean, nowadays you're crazy if you're not using this thing. Okay. So let's see what it comes up with. It gave me a bunch of them, right? These are social media posts that I can do 100 days worth, technically speaking, right? So again, you can go. Okay, it's still thinking. Now, this is where the Chat GPT 4.0 is supposed to be a lot faster, right? In generating the responses. Give me a second. Let me get while this is thinking. Okay, so I love how it's talking to you. These flags can serve as a helpful guide for your relationship blog. Remember to approach each situation with care and encourage readers to seek professional advice if needed. But look at if you're a relationship coach, it just generated so much content for you. Okay, so how do we create bulk content out of this? Well, again, you're going to copy it all. Okay, you got your green flags. Let's let's just focus on the green flags first. All right. We're going to open up a new uh share this tab instead. You guys should see my spreadsheet. I'm just going to open up a new one to put that in there. All right. And I'm just going to paste. And so let me make sure you guys can see my left this time. Okay. Can you guys see? Nope, not yet. Okay. Make sure you guys can see that. Uh, I don't know how to get that so you can see the far, far left. But I'm just, and really, you don't even have to use the spreadsheet at this very moment. You literally could just keep Chat GPT open at this moment and copy and paste. I'm just using the bulk create because this is easy. If you did not, if you're going to use bulk create, you have to use the spreadsheet. right? That makes sense. But if you're not going to use, if you don't have Canva Pro, then you don't even need the spreadsheet portion at this very moment. Okay. So I'm going to label this green flags. All right. And then I'm going to go back and get the red flags. Dory, you see how my dictionary came up like that? You got to teach me how not to do that. There we go. All right. So that's our red flags, right? So I'm going to create another file. Want to make this easy, keep this clean. And then boom, just going to put it in there. Let me share this tab instead. And so again, now we have our red flags. Okay. I'm going to download as a CSV. And I'm going to download the green flags as a CSV. Boom. All right, boom, I'm ready to go there, right? What next? We go back over to Canva. All right, let me share that screen with you. Let me stop the share here. Okay, now let me share that. All right, let's go back there. All right, so there we go. All right, so now I'm back on Canva. Now I'm gonna do a new one. I'm not even gonna use that one. All right, so forget that one. Let's just create a new one now. That was YouTube Shorts, that was videos, things like that. But now we're just gonna do social media posts, right? Let's say we're gonna do Instagram post, square. Let's do the square one. Okay, let's right now, even any of these that are coming up, I probably could use of these templates, right? And so let's see. Green flag. Let's do red flag. All right. Okay, so if this was me, I can put my face in there, right? I can throw my face in each one of those. Red flag relationship. Boom. I can now, what did we learn already, right? I can go to my bulk create. I can upload the red flag one. Let's see where you're at. That's green flag, so it's red. Further. Okay, so now I got my red flags in there, right? Once I know it looks the way I want it to look, red flag relationship. Now I have to assign, right? I have to assign the data. What do I want it? I want the red flags to be here. Okay, great. Look how quick that was. You can add a different background to it if you want to be more creative. Let's see. One of my favorites I like to use a lot is this one. And I like to change the color a lot. Boom. That would be me. I would probably throw, something on there, whatever my logo is or something like that. But look how quick that was. I'm ready to go. What am I waiting for, right? So off now, notice something. Notice something. Now I already look like I uploaded my CSV. Once you leave, you got to do it again. So once you open it and you upload, you got to start the process. Otherwise, you got to go upload again. So no big deal. Just got to get used to it, right? And back to my red flags. There we go. All righty. So we're ready to go. Boom. It's going to give me about 51 pieces of content. The first one I already had in there, so it already kind of counted it. So it doesn't have it there, but lack of trust or consistent dishonesty, right? Controlling behavior or attempts to isolate the partner. And however creative, this is a post, this is an Instagram post. So if you're a relationship coach, this is the type of stuff that you would be posting up there. Now, I'm ready to literally download and have all my pages and have it. But what if you don't have Canva Pro? Well, then you have to take a couple extra steps and go back to ChatGPT. You already have it here. So if you have your first one in there, and we're gonna delete this one. If you have your first one in there, now all you have to do, um, Dory, I'm gonna be going back and forth a little bit between this and ChatGPT. Um, so once you get this here, like, great, I like this. I'm going to duplicate the page, which is right here. I just clicked on it. And then I'm gonna go to ChatGPT, and let me see if I can share this screen. Let's see, I'm done on the Canva part. I'm going over to ChatGPT, and I need to stop the share in this part. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going back to my red flag, my safety table. And then again, I was on the red flags, right? So red flags, I already had the first one in there. You can easily copy and then go back to Canva and paste, and then duplicate that page, go back to ChatGPT. This is if you do not have Canva Pro. Still fast, right? Still boom, copy, boom, it's like quick, 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 quick. So literally, you can still bust out 25 in probably 5 minutes or less. I don't even know, how focused you are, how quick you work within your own stuff. But look at how quickly you can create content, bulk content, in a matter of minutes, right? And so if you stop and you think about, like, what's holding you back now from creating content? And here's the thing, while I'm on ChatGPT, if you stop and you look, I mean, there are so many different ways that you can create content by just prompting it to create something. Literally, if you are a psychology major or something and you want to come up with content, right? Tell it, and again, I already have this set up for you guys, but tell it you are an expert in writing psychological facts for 5 years. You're prompting it to know this. You have done intensive research on psychological facts. Now you need to write a few psychological facts, but in a format that I am showing you in an example below. Example one, deep fact, psychology says. And again, you find your thing. So, for example, share this tab instead. I'm a networker. I network a lot. Networking books that for beginners, right? I can find some content. I can look this stuff up. I can find something that might be networking for dummies. Okay, I'm gonna go networking for dummies. I'm gonna go back to this. I'm going to, and let me finish that prompt, I guess. That would help, right? Look, it's coming up with so many different things for me. Okay, that's for the prompt I just gave it. What if you're going to do a little research on the internet and you want ChatGPT to help you? We're going to do this together, my friends, and then we're going to wrap it up. Again, you're networking and networking books for dummies, right? So now I'm going to ask, are you familiar with the book uh, Networking? What was it? Networking for Dummies? Networking for Dummies. Let's see what it come up with. Networking. Are you familiar with the book Networking for Dummies? Okay. Yes, I'm familiar with the book Networking for Dummies. It's part of the Popular for Dummies series, which offers easy to understand guides on a wide range of topics. So, by what it gave me here, I'm going to feed off of what ChatGPT is giving me. Okay. I'm going to try to speak its language because it's going to operate better, right? So we already know it's familiar with it. The book covers various aspects of networking, including building relationships. So it's familiar with building community. I'm going to just use that right there. I'm going to ask it, give me 3 ways to build relationships in networking. And this is for some of my networking friends that might be watching this because I have been promoting this in my networking groups for a while now. But look, it gave me content. This is not content out of networking for dummies. This is ChatGPT coming up with content that everyone knows. It's going to give you basically stuff that it's not going to recreate the wheel for you. That's what I always try to share is like, don't recreate the wheel. A lot of this is out there. Put it in your own way. Active listening and genuine interest. I can create content. I can create a video, a short video. I can create a YouTube short. I can ask it to break this down in less than 60 seconds. Why would I ask to break it down where I can do a video in 60 seconds? Because YouTube Shorts, it has to be under a minute for it to count as a YouTube short. As you know, I'm a big fan of YouTube, right? And so I can tell it to create the content for me, and I could just follow that content and make sure that it's factual and it resonates with me. That is the power of this chat GPT. And here's the truth, my friends. It's only getting better. And here's also the truth. It's not going to stay free forever. So you have to also think about that. I'm done sharing my screen, guys. You got to think about that as you're diving into all of this. And when you dive into these things, first you got to start, and then you got to practice, because part of the starting is practicing. When I first learned about ChatGPT, I had no clue what I was supposed to ask this thing. It didn't make sense to me until I started learning how to put prompts in there. And it does the heavy lifting for me. Now I use it for my YouTube description. When I was coming up with my content for this, it was helping me write my hook, right? And so I think that it's key that you understand the value that you can bring. There's other apps. There's so many apps. I'm using an app right now, an AI generated app that can help block out the background noise from my microphone. And it doesn't cost me anything, right? You have to do some digging, you have to do some diving, and you have to just start somewhere and keep going. But where do you find the time? Well, guess what, my friends? I just showed you how you could create so much content in a very short period of time, a matter of minutes. And I don't think I exaggerated one bit. My friends, what do you think when it comes to that? What do you say about that? Because truth is, we are content creators, right? The three of us, you who tuned in, you're a content creator. So let me ask you this, Kevin, what was your biggest takeaway from this training? And I look forward to your response because something tells me you were familiar with this the way it sounds from the beginning.
Absolutely. What you were talking about, I actually have done that in the past, but not to the detailed extent that you have in putting it into tables. I love putting it into that table format because it gets you very organized as to like what topic and so forth. What I am challenged with is I do daily posts. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So to have ChatGPT create that and put that into a table, and then I actually schedule all these posts, that just makes it so much easier just to
Mhm.
be able to copy, paste in each of these scheduled ones. So absolutely love that to be able to say, yeah, I've captured every single day. The challenge that I know that I'm going to have is I have a theme for each of the days of my posts. So trying to implement that into a chat GPT prompt and then get that into that table is going to be a challenge for me. But I look forward to doing that. And once again, awesome content, Manny, and appreciate you digging a little bit deeper. I've seen that format and a few rabbit holes that I've dove into. And it just seems amazing to be able to create, like you said, you can create content for an entire month in 10 minutes. So, Dory, I am excited to hear Your comments and facial expressions throughout this were mm, just gold. So I'm curious to hear what you have to say.
Oh my God. That was insane. My mind is absolutely blown. Okay, so I was blown away and then you kept going. So I was like, oh God. Okay, so using ChatGPT content to create YouTube shorts is crazy, crazy good. So the reason I was reacting that way is because I think in my head, I always thought that when you put content out there like that, it has to be our face, our voice, content we've already created that we are then repurposing for the YouTube shorts and everything else. And I can't even handle like the idea of creating content that I can share daily, like my little dispense motivational moments and things. Holy crap. And I will say, Kevin, you sparked something when you said you have daily themes. I do as well. Like my Monday streams are my Crush Monday streams. My Tuesdays are either Tech Tuesday or Teach Tuesday, depending on what I'm focusing on. And I think that the workaround for that would be, you ask ChatGPT, you focus on Mondays first, and you generate that table with just Monday content. And then you generate a table for Tuesday, and now you're golden for like 6 months.
A month.
Because now
Yeah.
you've got like 50 topics for Monday, 50 topics for Tuesday, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, I mean, it would just be a matter of downloading them into different CSV files. And you were using Google Sheets. I was all geeked out tonight. It was great. It was great.
I passed the Dory test. I love it.
It was amazing. Manny, like seriously, thank you for this because it was outstanding content, and I have literally never seen that before. And I've been using ChatGPT since it launched, and I never thought to ask it to organize stuff into tables. That's crazy, absolutely crazy. So, I am blown away, and I am going to totally be playing in my free-ish time. Ish.
Is there such a
time.
thing?
Not really, but that's okay. That's okay. And Anna was with us, and she had said, "Happy Sunday. Thanks for joining us, Kevin." You mentioned about the designing aspect with ChatGPT, and I think that's cool with GPT-4. And I was subscribed to that, and then I stopped because I really was getting everything I needed out of 3.5. But I may go back and reevaluate that, even short term, just to see what this design aspect is like for the integration with that. And just a quick reminder, Manny, you mentioned it during the show. I put it in the comments. But for people who are Canva Pro users and they're not seeing that bulk create tool, people often forget that they have to go to that more apps inside the menu to get access to some of those things. So you might have it, it just might be hiding on you. That's all.
Actually, I went into
That's a
my
good
Canva
point.
and took a look, and yeah, mine was hiding. So I went and brought it to the forefront once again.
And mine is obviously
point.
hiding because I didn't even know that thing was there.
Yeah.
So I'll be checking into that. But do either of you, look at me crossing my fingers, do either of you have any parting words before we sign off for the evening?
Thanks for joining. See you on the next one.
Manny.
Oh, sorry. My friends, for some reason, I was thinking if you enjoy content, I was like, wait, I don't do that anymore. But I do
You
want to
don't.
share it though. Yes, this is so true. I do want to share if you are diving into ChatGPT, you're trying to understand a little more of it. Dory Spencer, that young lady right there, she did a video as well where it was called "Is AI Like ChatGPT Changing the Playing Field for content creators, because I truly believe there's so much value behind this. I think that's a video that you might want to check out if you're wondering, where is this chat GPT going? Is it going to, because I remember one of the biggest topics that we had that night was, is it going to change the lives of producers, of video people, of, we know that the Writers Guild is having a lot of striking, right? Because of this AI stuff. But what about for content creators like you, myself? Is it a threat to us, or is it something that's very beneficial to us? Check out that video. It is dated December 18th of 2022, right around Christmas of last year. And Dory does a great job of explaining that artificial intelligence stuff like ChatGPT and what's it doing for us content creators. So I highly recommend you check that out.
And if you do enjoy content like this and that, and are finding it useful, we would love it if you would like and subscribe. Sharing our content is an amazing way to spread the love. Visit our website for information in all the ways you can connect with us. It is right there on your screen. It is linktree/content creators connect. We are on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And don't forget, drop down in the comments below and let us know exactly what kind of content you would love to see from us in the future.
Thank you, my friends, for joining Content Creators Connect, also known as C3, tonight, as we saw Manny demonstrate some awesome content regarding bulk content in minutes using Canva and ChatGPT. We will return next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, where I will be discussing the rise of micro content, creating short form videos. Dory, I know you're going to love this. We will be multicasting live to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So make sure to join us. Until then, we urge you to identify and lean into your 3 C's. Start today creating unique content that builds connections and breaks down those barriers. See you all next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.